It is deadline day. I have literally just gotten out of the shower, so I'm looking a bit bedraggled, but we have some big news about a deal that is very potentially done. Leeds United are set for a swoop on a right-back target they've been looking at throughout the window, and the source on this one is completely fine because everyone is talking about it. Yorkshire Evening Post, Athletic, I think the BBC are even on this one, so it's very much likely to happen. Leeds United are set to sign Conor Roberts from Burnley. Conor Roberts is a right-back that currently plays for Burnley, presumably soon to play for Leeds United, and I'll get into a little bit more detail about how he plays in a few minutes, but first of all we need to talk about why he's potentially coming to Leeds and why it's taken so long. In essence, the dominoes are now set to fall completely in the right direction for Leeds United to secure this move, because Burnley are now in for a right-back. They're signing someone from, I think, Ligue 1 to play at right-back. It might be from Marseille or Strasbourg or something like that. I didn't get the specific details on who Burnley are signing. But presuming that medical goes well, it's looking like Conor Roberts will be finding his way all the way along the M62 in Leeds to ideally play for the Whites for the rest of the season. He's had 14 appearances so far for Burnley this season, and if they were to sign a new right-back, you could see that number of appearances slowly going down. So I think he sees the best move for his career being at Leeds United or somewhere similar to that. Yeah. The move would see Roberts rotated out, so we can rotate him in the Championship. It gives Leeds United a chance to hop in, say, fine, we can offer you minutes, we can build up the amount of football that you're playing, we can get you back to the Premier League, which would be ideal. If we can get him back there, he can get us back there, and it all adds up for everyone. His style of play for Leeds United will be a fairly aggressive right-back, akin to Luke Ayling going forwards, or Archie Gray going forwards, while still having the energy and legs to get back. That was the issue with Luke Ayling towards the end, and I feel like it's something that Leeds have sort of missed a little bit with Gray. Gray is good going forwards, don't get me wrong, but he's not someone that is going to get to the byline and whip a crossing. He will from time to time, but normally that's what Dan James does in front of him. And on the subject of Dan James, I feel like Roberts is the perfect transfer move because of the likes of Dan James, who plays on the right wing, ahead of Conor Roberts at right back, with the right centre-back being Joe Rodon and Ethan Ampadu in midfield. He has played with the entire Leeds United right flank for Wales before. And that means that he's not going to take too long to fit in because he knows how Dan James plays, he knows how Joe plays, and he knows how he, as a cog, will fit into that machine, and it'll work perfectly well. And in addition to that, it doesn't just help the right-back position. It frees up Archie Gray as more of a midfield presence as well. Archie Gray, who has been playing at right back, has proven that his passing ability is top notch in that position, a position that doesn't need that much passing. When we've seen him in midfield, he's been a fantastic playmaker, but he's not been able to be that playmaker because he's just not been able to. He's been stuck at right back with Jamie Shackleton or Sam Byron being the only other option. So getting a dedicated right back in is a fantastic move for us. It means that we're able to put Gray where he's a little bit more comfortable, and we won't need to play Gruev Ampadu midfields, which they're both fantastic players, but I don't think that balance works. We've not got a playmaker in those two. Gray and Gruev as a midfield works, Ampadu and Kamara as a midfield works. And the fact that we can just sort of continue to be a little bit flexible and versatile now that we'll have a right back in, fantastic. Now, keep in mind, it's not 100% confirmed yet. It will likely be confirmed at the time that I'm streaming later on, which it will be 5 o'clock till 12, but that's not the only bit of news that we've had today. In addition to that, word is that Leeds United put in a late bid for Joe Worrell last night. It was reportedly rejected because Nottingham Forest want a permanent exit for Worrell rather than wherever that word was going. Sorry, rather than a loan, which I think makes sense for them. They need the financial fair play flexibility room. However, we arguably need to not spend money, but I feel like there's potentially going to be movement on the Worrell front if we're able to sort of push something forwards there. In addition to that, there's been more chat around Ben Godfrey, presumably on a loan. Everton are in the same position to Nottingham Forest, though, where they sort of need cash now. Getting the wages off their books, good. That would help them. However, they probably want a fee in. They will be looking internationally, but there can be conversations had there. There's no clear block to Leeds United making that move for Ben Godfrey. What will happen for the rest of deadline day? Hard to tell. Hull City were the apparent club that were also looking at Manuel Benson at Burnley, who is a very good winger, scored a lot of goals last season. And they look like they've probably signed a different Burnley winger. that means that the door is potentially open for Leeds United to sign Manuel Benson, but you can't be 100% sure. Other than that, the news is all up in the air. I will be here covering the entire thing, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you later. I don't know if I'd do a word at the end this time. Let's go deadline. Why not?